Why do we remember the sting of a harsh word for years, but the warmth of a compliment fades in a day? It feels unfair, doesn't it? But your mind isn't holding on to pain by accident. It's a survival mechanism, hardwired into our brains over millions of years of evolution. Let's dive into the science behind it. From a neurological standpoint, negative experiences are like VIPs in your brain. They get special treatment. When something bad happens, it powerfully activates a part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your personal threat detector and emotional memory manager. When it senses danger, physical or emotional, it goes on high alert. To make sure you never forget this potential threat, your brain releases a flood of stress hormones, like cortisol and norepinephrine. These hormones act like a superglue for memory, stamping the painful experience deep into your long-term storage. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, pay attention. This was dangerous. Don't let it happen again. Joyful moments, on the other hand, don't trigger this same alarm system. A beautiful sunset, a great conversation, or a delicious meal are wonderful, but they don't signal an immediate threat to your survival. So, while your brain enjoys them, it doesn't store them with the same life or death urgency. The hormonal superglue isn't applied as thickly. That's why the memory of joy can feel more like a watercolor painting, beautiful but fading, while the memory of pain is like a sharp, high-definition photograph. This phenomenon has a name in psychology, the negativity bias. It's our brain's natural tendency to focus on, learn from, and use negative information far more than positive information. Think about our ancestors. The one who vividly remembered which berries were poisonous was more likely to survive and pass on their genes than the one who only remembered how sweet the safe berries were. Forgetting a joy was a missed opportunity. Forgetting a danger could be fatal. This bias served us incredibly well for most of human history. But here's the problem. In our modern world, most of our dangers aren't saber-toothed tigers. They're deadlines, social rejection, financial worries, or self-criticism. Our ancient survival brain can't always tell the difference. It treats a critical comment from your boss with the same alarm it would a predator, replaying the pain over and over. This is what we call rumination, getting stuck in a loop of negative thoughts. It's your brain trying to protect you by analyzing the threat, but it often just leads to anxiety, stress, and emotional exhaustion. Your mind isn't trying to punish you. It's desperately trying to keep you safe using an outdated operating system. So, how do we break free? Healing and finding balance begin when another part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, steps in. This is the more modern, rational part of your brain responsible for logical thinking and emotional regulation. By consciously working with our minds through practices like mindfulness, therapy, or journaling, we can teach our prefrontal cortex to soothe the panicked amygdala. It learns to look at the painful memory and say, I see you, I understand why you're here. But we are safe now. It puts the memory into context, reducing its emotional charge. Joy might seem to fade faster, not because it's less important, but because pain screams for our attention. Understanding this is the first step toward reclaiming your emotional landscape. Your mind holds pain longer because it learned to survive, not because you are broken. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the human mind. See you next time.